It's official, the 2024 PGA Show is now in the books. Now is the hard part where we wait to actually get our hands on all of the cool stuff that was announced at the show. It was my first time back at the show since 2020, so it's great to see some old friends as well as meet in person some of the brands that I've had a closer relationship with over the last couple years. To that end, I got a chance to have a lot of conversations with some of these brands around the things that they're excited about. So that's what this video is. I'm going to share in their words the things they are most excited about, and I'm gonna give a little bit of commentary on my own. If you stick around to the end of the video, I'm also gonna give some general thoughts on my takeaways around the golf industry as a whole, where it's at, where it's going, things I'm excited about, things I'm concerned about. So if you wanna know what I think about the golf industry and what's gonna happen in 2024, stay tuned to the end of the video. And with that, let's not waste any more time. Let's jump right into this thing.
We're really excited about the Badger AI. It's still just starting now on where it can go. I think the possibilities are endless. It's a new AI version that we're bringing in right into our software to help golfers get better. So really excited about that and where we can go with it.
I think one of the coolest things about Flightscope is the Mevo Plus came out in 2020, and the product is so much better now than it was then. They keep rolling out awesome features. And so just at this show alone, they rolled out an environmental optimizer, a trip planner, and their new Badger AI, which you just heard about, which I think that's going to be really exciting if they pull it off. And the fact that Flightscope keeps rolling out these updates with no subscription fee sets it apart from most of the other golf launch monitor companies.
The thing I'm most excited for in 2024 is our Titan rangefinder. It's the most premium rangefinder we've ever made at Precision Pro. It's got IP67 waterproof and dustproof rating. It's Bluetooth, so it connects to your phone. You can get front center back distances. A Find My feature, so in case you leave it on the cart, you'll get a notification and say you might have lost your Titan. You can see where you last connected to it and hopefully go find it. Extremely good build quality, aluminum shell. I think you guys are going to love it.
A few years ago, Precision Pro came out with this. This is the R1. It was their first GPS rangefinder. It was mostly pretty good, but the fact it only held a charge for 2 rounds and then you had to recharge it was a total deal breaker for me. So the fact with the Titan, they're taking everything they learned from this, they're combining it with their flagship NX10, and it's got battery life anywhere from 10 to 40 rounds, depending on what features you're using. That's awesome. That sounds like the perfect smart rangefinder, and I can't wait to get my hands on it.
I think we're living in the golden age of golf launch monitors right now. And so to be here at the PGA Show and to see the amazing presence by all the top brands, Bushnell, Foresight, Skytrack, Rapsodo, all the big brands, it's very exciting to see what these guys are coming out with. And at Play Better, just kind of being the hub for all of that technology is extremely exciting.
Simply put, Play Better is my favorite retailer for buying golf tech products. They have almost everything you could want. They have great customer service. They have great shipping. So to meet Chris and the team behind Play Better after having such a wonderful experience with them over the last few years was awesome.
Well, at Payntr Golf, we're excited about what we're expanding more into spiked product. So we've got Denny McCarthy as a tour ambassador, and he's in our Tour Proto. So that's our first spiked, fully membrane shoe, nitrogen-infused footbed. And then we've taken the same technology that we have in both our spike product and all of our spike product, our propulsion plate, and we've entered into a new category of training. So there's a huge interest in training for the golf course. So our propulsion technology, it's runnable, it's on a training last. All the movements in the gym, and we're partnering with Martin Borgmeyer and Golf Forever on training launch, and that'll be at retail 3/1 of 2024.
Over the last few years, I feel like there's been a big trend in golf footwear moving more towards fashion rather than function. That is where Payntr Golf is standing out. Their shoes are probably the most high-tech golf shoes out there. The amount of technology and research and things that have gone into making these shoes perform better than any other shoes on the market is pretty staggering. And I've reviewed 4 different pairs on the channel. I've had a wonderful experience with them. So the fact that they're continuing to iterate on that, take the stuff that's worked well in previous shoes, put them in their newest models, as well as add even more new fancy high-tech technology that I don't totally understand, I think that's really cool. All I know is their shoes are some of the most comfortable, some of the most stable, and some of the best performing golf shoes I've used. So I'm excited to check out their newest stuff.
2024 Rapsodo just launched R Speed, so swing train without hitting the ball. But really big is a Titleist RPT golf ball. So the Pro V1, Pro V1X, is now going to be incorporated with the MLM2 Pro.
Of all the launch monitor companies out there, I don't know if anyone has rolled out and improved their product as much as Rapsodo has over the last year. This thing came out 9 months ago. There were some bugs, there were some issues. They have squashed those bugs. They have rolled out new features, and it is clear that they are putting the time, effort, and energy into this and listening to consumer feedback. So this is actually something you can expect on our channel soon. I'm going to do an updated review of this because frankly, it's a completely different device than it was when I first reviewed it.
So for 2024, we're looking to really grow and expand in the US. We've got a fantastic range now for golfers through rangefinders, GPS, performance tracking. Our performance tracking has so much data to let golfers improve their game, and it's all subscription free. We've got fantastic range and yeah, really excited about the US and growing.
While I haven't always been the biggest fan of many ShotScope products, I'm not gonna lie, they're starting to win me over. They continue to improve, they continue to iterate, they continue to roll out new stuff, and they're doing it at a price point that is far less than most of their competitors. So I'm personally really excited to check out their new rangefinder as well as some of the performance tracking that they have built into their shot sensors.
This right here is our Rover stand. It's the lightest golf bag that Jones has ever made. It's our minimal bag. It's a great carry, amazing shoulder straps, new side pocket here, mirrored storage pockets on the right and left side, an updated lumbar support pad. This bag will be your perfect partner for an 18 holes or a 36-hole marathon day.
Simply put, Jones continues to crush it. Their new bag that they're coming out with, I think, has the potential to be their best yet. It hits a sweet spot between size, weight, features, looks that no one else is really capturing right now, so I'm excited to get my hands on that. But more than anything, looking at their booth, looking at everything they put out this year, the colors, the design, everything is truly next level. It's great to see them upping their game.
Hey guys, Andrew Redvanly here. We're in Orlando 2024 PGA Show, showing our fall collection, which I'm wearing. One of the key items right here is our pull-on corduroy. Super, super stretchy. You'll never feel anything like them. They're kind of like sweats, but they're cords, and it's in our pull-on style, so easy to pull on, and hope you guys enjoy.
I have worn Redvanly clothes for years, and to see how much growth they have had over the last 5 years has been incredible. Personally, I'm particularly excited for some of their lifestyle stuff, some of their hoodies, which I think are some of the best in the business, but a golf brand doing golf-oriented cords? I don't know, could be a new trend. Side note, you enjoying this video? Great, go hit subscribe. I'll wait. We have new videos every week around the coolest products in golf. I think you're going to dig it, so subscribe button right now. Awesome, thank you. Let's get back to it.
Well, it's our new performance eyewear collection. So what we're doing is we're bringing modern design with premium performance. What we've done is we've got this cool looking, modern, progressive looking shade. And on the inside here, we've got silicone nose pads. And then we've got silicone grips here that's on brand. And we've got some spring hinges as well, so it's not gonna fall off your hat. So when you put them on, it's not gonna fall off your face. But you're given a great new style and alternative in the golf space.
A lot of you probably haven't heard of Vincero, but I have known this brand since the very beginning. They first got their start making stone bezel watches, and while they still do a handful of those, they've gotten into eyewear and they're making some really, really solid performance eyewear at great prices. So seeing some of the features of these new shades, I'm excited to actually get it out on the course and see how it compares to other bigger, more well-known brands.
I got asked, what are we most excited for in 2024? And it's got to be our Lux 2. This shoe has been a labor of love, literally 5 years into trying to make this thing just right, because it's our first attempt to make a replaceable spike outsole golf shoe, but we didn't want it to feel like a spiked golf shoe. So it had to feel like a true, had to be comfortable, flexible, and in order to do that, we had to go back to the drawing board on how to make golf shoes, and we think we might have nailed it. This might be the nicest golf shoe ever made. We're really hyped about the outcome. Excited for you to try it too.
What I love about Jason as a founder of a company is it really seems like he's just trying to make products that he wants. And he's like, if I want them, then other people are going to want them too. And the newest shoes that they're rolling out that he just talked about, if they're even half as good as what he's saying, they're gonna be the best true shoes ever made. So I'm excited to get them on my feet and see if they live up to expectations.
What we're exhibiting is our first cart bag. So it's called the Big Rig, and I'll show you why in a second. But the story is basically we ask a handful of people, or the subreddit rGolf and Golf WRX and a few other internet forums, what they would want to see in a cart bag. And we just took those answers and came out with the Big Rig. So the first thing that everyone wanted was a 14-way top and then full-length dividers. So there's no like club tangle or club rub. Next thing was a dedicated putter slot for easy access. And the third thing we went down was a magnetic pocket to put your rangefinder, your sunglasses, your valuables. A cooler pocket in the middle, not on the side, so it doesn't like tip if it's in the cart. There's drain pipes at the bottom, which you can't see. An oversized ball pocket. Depending on what state you're in, this pocket might be necessary. It's a smell-proof pocket, so you can put everything good in there. As many pockets as you want, like easy access for your shoes, shirts, anything like that. And then my favorite feature is the is these vents. So if it rains and you have a quarter zip, you take it off. You can have these vents to air it out so it doesn't stay like moldy. And yeah, that is that's Big Rig cart bag.
Sunday's a newer golf brand, but they've made a name for themselves by listening to their consumers. So the fact he went to Reddit, got a whole bunch of feedback, and then built a cart bag around it, not only is it a great story, but it's also smart, because all of those people that gave that feedback, they're now going to feel some sense of ownership. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, you took my advice, you built this bag, I'm gonna go buy it. So while some of the earlier Sunday bags, the build quality just kind of felt okay, this one actually looks like it's gonna be pretty solid, and coming in at the price point that it's at, I think it's gonna be a really good seller for them. So there you go, those are a few of the brands that I talked to. Now I'm gonna share just a little bit of my thoughts on the golf industry as a whole. One of the things I thought was really cool, this was my first show back at 2020, but before that, I'd gone from like 2015 all the way through. And every year, it felt like at that time, it was getting just a little bit smaller. 2016, a little smaller, 2017, a little smaller. 2020 was pretty small. But going back this year, it felt just as big as any of the biggest PGA shows I went to. There was energy, it was vibrant, it was well attended, and I feel like that speaks to the direction that golf is going, and I think that's pretty exciting. That being said, in talking to a lot of brands and talking to a lot of other people within the industry, I do sense some hesitancy. Over the last few years, post-COVID, golf's had this huge boom, everybody's saying it's gonna blow up. We've all kind of been waiting on this recession that hasn't actually happened, and I feel like there's some question marks with brands where they're like, is this pace going to keep up? If we sink millions of dollars into R&D and into new products, is it going to pay off, or is everything going to fall off the cliff in a couple of years? And while there are certainly many exceptions to this, I feel like with a lot of brands, we saw more iterations rather than all brand new products. So with brands like Flightscope and Rapsodo, rather than launching an all new product, they're iterating and improving on a current one. And even brands that did launch brand new products, like Unicore, they launched the iMini Lite. That still is essentially just kind of a dumbed down iMini in a different package. So rather than doing something all new and totally different, they're taking the existing technology, repackaging it in a way that might reach more people. So I didn't feel like we saw a ton of revolutionary new products this year, but saw a lot of really positive iterations on existing products. One more thought on launch monitors, they're getting so good. Like the technology, the competition, it is getting insane, and the people that are going to win in this are you, the golfers, because you have so many good options. You can get an accurate, awesome launch monitor for $500. If you're willing to spend a little bit more, $2,000, $3,000, up to like $5,000, you can get a world-class launch monitor to the point where you're essentially getting the same information as club pros and club fitters. At this point, even those less expensive products, when you compare it to a GC Quad or a TrackMan, like the accuracy isn't that far off, and in many cases they have just as many, if not more, features for the average golfer. So it's pretty cool. So it's been pretty cool to be a part of this launch monitor world and see it grow over the last couple of years. One last thing I'll mention that I feel like kind of goes along with some of what I've been saying is what is going to be the next new product category. It feels like some product categories are reaching saturation. For instance, rangefinders. Like there's not that much more you can do with a rangefinder. Yeah, Precision Pro is getting back into the GPS realm where there are far fewer players, but like Bushnell launched the Pro X3 Plus, which is just an iteration on the existing Pro X3, and it's an iteration I'm not necessarily sure is needed with their new wind data, but we'll do a dedicated review on that later. So for some of these companies that have made products in more commoditized categories, how are they going to expand? Like Tech, they just released golf earbuds. So if you're playing by yourself, you can get audible GPS distances direct through the earbuds. There's not really anything like that out there. Do we need it? Maybe, maybe not. But rather than rolling out a new rangefinder, they're like, well, let's try and come up with something novel that's different rather than trying to compete with dozens of other people that have very similar products. Payntr is another company that I'm really excited about. It's essentially like the Peloton of putting mats. It's super high tech, you can play games, it makes it more fun, you can track your progress. I haven't really seen anything else out there like it. We all know that putting on a simulator and putting on a launch monitor is either not possible or just not a great experience. So to be able to take technology and really focus on putting, I think is pretty cool. And if they're successful, I think it will have opened up a new product category. All that to say, my main takeaway from the show is that golf is in a really good place. People are paying attention. People are investing in it. There's a lot of cool stuff that's coming out. While there does seem to be a little bit of hesitancy around what's the economy going to do, are things going to continue at this explosive pace, everyone seems to be moving forward as though, yeah, it seems like things are going to continue moving in this direction, maybe not as quickly, but continue moving this direction for a long time to come, and that is very exciting for us as golfers. With that, my name is Sean Ogle. I'm the founder of this thing here, Breaking 80, where we talk about cool golf products and golf courses. If you got some value out of this, I would love it if you could hit subscribe. We have new videos that come out every week around the coolest golf products, the coolest golf courses, and I think you're gonna get some value out of it. Give this video a thumbs up. If you have any questions about any of this stuff, drop a comment. I'm happy to help however I can, and we will see you on the next video. Peace.